as one of the leaders of this team, kind of what do you have to say to the guys sort of in the immediacy of this game?
Well, that was a tough one, but all we can do is just come back and go back to work tomorrow. We just got to learn from this one and not let it continue to linger on the season and just continue to mess with us. So we just got to move on, learn from it, grow from it, and then come back and fight harder tomorrow.
Talk, if you will, about the offensive game plan coming in. You guys come in just red-hot, touchdowns on the first 4 possessions of the game. You're using the middle of the field. Just kind of talk about the plan coming in, if you would.
Yeah, it was great. We had a lot of explosives today, a lot of good big pass plays. We took some shots on their safeties, and that helped us. We just kind of got them, schemed them up a little bit, which was good. And then we just got to continue to make plays when they're there.
A game like this, I know you already have a lot of confidence in guys like Shed and Kobe and Javarius, but when they're able to produce the way that they did today and come up with some big chunk plays, what does that do to just sort of deepen that confidence level?
I thought some of those guys played great today, made some really tough catches, stuff that they can do, and they just put it on field today. And so they got to continue to do that, and just more and more guys will continue to feed off that.
The Auburn Football Review, featuring Coach Ralph Shug Jordan.
Be sharp. Be ready.
You are the champion of the best football conference in America.
You guys can say tonight, man, there's nobody better than you.
It means so much to be standing here as Auburn's head football coach.
The official Auburn post-game show since 1954. This is the Auburn Football Review, presented by Toyota.
Welcome to the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota. With Tigers head coach Brian Harsin, I'm Andy Bertram. The final score today, 43-34, Mississippi State beats Auburn. Your thoughts on this one and message to the team after a ball game like this one today, Coach?
Well, it's painful. I mean, anytime you come out, especially at home, and we have the support, you don't play your best football, you lose a game, you have a chance to keep the momentum. We had that early in the game. We didn't finish. So really it comes down to that. You got to play 4 quarters. You got to finish. No lead is ever safe in a game. And, it goes back to 4 quarters. It goes back to the consistency that you have to have each and every game. And then, ultimately just finding a way to finish a ball game and win. And there's opportunities to do that. So, that's really the message every single week. But, when you lose the game, it stings. That sting needs to stay with you as you prepare yourself going into the next one.
Let's take a look. It was a good first half for the Tigers, and we'll take a look at the first half highlights presented by Truckworks.
And we are about ready for SEC football on this Saturday morning in November. Goodman with the kickoff, high and short. Pritchett from the 6, out to the 15 to the 20. Breaks through a hole across the 30-yard line and out to the 32-yard line. Sets up outside the right tackle. From the gun. Fake handoff. Back to throw. Nix with time. Throws. It's complete. Shed Jackson at the 40. Down the seam. He's to the 20. Inside the 20. And down to the 18-yard line. Shed Jackson in motion. Nix hands off to Tank Bigsby. Head down. Is he into the end zone? He is in! Touchdown, Auburn! Tank Bigsby from 5 yards out. Auburn brings an extra man. Rogers throws up the sideline. It's a one-on-one down the side, and it's knocked away. Oh, what a nice play. Nehemiah Pritchett. Auburn with a man in motion. Now back on a bubble to the Auburn boundary. Nix turns. He's going to throw it. He does. It is complete. Javarius Johnson across midfield. 40, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Auburn! 57 yards.
Beautiful RPO by Bo Nix.
At the 26 for Mississippi State. Rogers looks left, now pitches ahead to the tailback, and there is nothing doing for Joquavius Marks. Javarius Johnson in motion. Nix rolls, looks back to the Auburn boundary, throws complete across midfield to the 48-yard line to Shed Jackson. 1st and 10 at the State 49. Handoff, big hole up the middle. That's Jarquez Hunter. Play clock is down to 4. Nix under center. On 4th and 1, the handoff to the jet sweep. It's Shivers, and Sean has the first down to the 4. Nix under center. Fake handoff, he rolls to the Auburn boundary. Nix looks, he throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, loop deal. Touchdown, Auburn! 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Rodgers to throw with time. Now he's pressured. Gets out of the pocket, and down he goes. Back at the 25-yard line. Eku Leota. 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs inside the right hash mark. Rodgers to throw. Steps into the pocket, throws to the sideline. Marks is taken down at the 23-yard line by Ricochet Rabbit, Zacoby McClain. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers at their own 32. Nix looks to the boundary. He throws wide open to Demetris Robertson down to the Mississippi State 44.5-yard line. 3 wides to the left. 2 of those are tight ends.
Man to man.
Bigsby goes in motion that way as well. Nix looks to the Auburn boundary, to the sideline, and Kobe Hudson, a one-handed grab in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn, Kobe Hudson.
Coach, you look at those first half highlights. It was a great atmosphere to start this game at 11 o'clock this morning for all, and a terrific start for your ball club. What was the key to getting off to such a good start here today?
Well, I think the energy in the stadium was great. I thought the guys were ready to play. They were up. We had a great week, and I thought from Friday's meeting to Saturday morning, those guys were ready to come out and play the game, and it sure seemed like that in pregame. And so we showed that. We were able to show that in the first half, and then it's that second half. It's that sustaining the focus and effort in the second half and continuing that momentum and keep attacking like we did in the first half in order to win the game.
4 straight drives to open the ball game, 4 straight touchdowns to open the game, and there was good pace to the offense, good rhythm, I thought, to your offense to start this ball game today.
Well, I thought the same thing. I thought we had a good play selection. I thought guys were executing. We had explosive plays. That was one thing from the previous game that we had talked about and emphasized. We needed more of those. We showed that in the first half, and second half we just didn't have as many. And to me, that's goes back to, all right, take what you did in the first half, apply it to the second half, and there's a few adjustments that Mississippi State made, but I thought we could, continue to keep some of that momentum, and we just didn't do it.
As well as Will Rogers ended this ball game today. First half, Auburn did a nice job containing the pass game, containing that Mississippi State offense.
Yeah, we did. I think he was like 50% in the first half, and then he was, he hit quite a few in the second half, and there were some penalties and things that extended drives. I think we got a little more pressure on him in the first half than we did the second half. And the wide receivers for Mississippi State, they made some plays, and we know we're going to throw it. We know they're going to throw it, so we need to finish and do a better job in coverage. But I think the pressure was going to be key for him really in that second half. We didn't get as much as we did in the first half.
We'll take a look at the second half highlights when we come back on the Auburn Football Review, presented by Toyota.
The Auburn Football Review is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Verizon, the exclusive 5G partner of Auburn Athletics. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
4 cup holders for all the water the internet told you to drink. Alexa for finding the nearest bathroom. The next nearest bathroom. The 2022 Toyota Corolla. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota Corolla. Toyota, let's go places.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. Looks like you two have something in common.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama covers more Alabamians than anybody else. Proud sponsor of the Tide and Tigers.
Hey y'all, I'm Riley Green. While performing keeps me busy on the road, Alabama is where I was born and raised, and it will always bring me back home to vote. Writing songs allows me to use my voice to tell my story. You too can make your voice heard by registering to vote and obtaining a government-issued photo ID. Your civic participation is crucial to the success of us as a state. Together, Let's make a difference for Alabama.
It's now time for the Coach's Spotlight, presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. For 5-star backyards, it's Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine.
And War Eagle, welcome to the Coach's Spotlight. This week we're with offensive coordinator Mike Bobo. Coach, welcome, War Eagle.
War Eagle, glad to be here.
You come to Auburn with a lot of coaching experience, a lot of years in the SEC as an offensive coordinator, several years as a head coach a little further out west. Just kind of talk about being back in this league and what this year has been like for you.
Well, it's been fun. I actually got back in the league last year at University of South Carolina. And last year was COVID, and I think it was a mess for everybody. And this year's been a little bit more normal, but it's been great to be here at Auburn. Good people. My family loves the community of Auburn. I love this coaching staff that Coach Harson's put together. I think we work well together. We've got players that love the game, that are good kids. And like anything else, you're in this league, and it's a battle every week. You know, you want to compete against the best, and that's what you do in this league. And I'm excited to be back coaching in this league.
Be an athlete. There you go. Be an athlete. Hitch it up, throw to the target. Hitch up, step, replace, throw to the target. There it is, go, 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 get vertical. Here we go.
A lot of similarities when I hear you talk and Coach Harson talk. You're both quarterbacks. I mean, talk about some of those similarities there and why you guys work so well together.
Well, that was one of the things that drew me to Auburn. Obviously, the things I mentioned before about Auburn being a great place to raise a family and the tradition here at Auburn. But, you know, the conversations with Coach Harson leading up to the decision to come here. We believe a lot of the same things, philosophy of what you want to do offensively. And, you know, there's a lot of different ways to do things offensively, but what we believe in, being balanced, and everything starts with the run game and having very, very good quarterback play and being creative and find ways to be explosive within a pro-style offense are things that made me want to come here. And he's a hard worker, and you want to surround yourself around people that do things right and do things the right way.
Come on, go. Out, out, get around, get around, get around, get around, square him up. Good. Boom. Put it on him, put it on him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where's the energy at? Where's the energy? Come on, that's it. That's the way to jump in the front. That's it.
When you're not Coach Bobo, when you're just Mike, when you get that very rare free time, what do you like to do?
Well, I haven't got my wife made me leave my grill in Colorado, and then we had a grill at our house in South Carolina that was in, you know, kind of the outdoor kitchen. So my Father's Day present back in June was a new grill. It hasn't shown up yet. So I like to grill outside. I like, you know, just be around the family. I mean, I used to play golf. I used to do a lot of things like that. We got 5 kids, and everything's about, you know, your kids right now. They're playing sports. They're doing a lot of things, and I just try to be involved with their life and be a dad. Be home, be present, be around those guys. I've got a couple children that like to fish, so, you know, if I can get them to go, I can say, hey, they want to go fishing, and it's not just me, but I do like to fish. So being around the family right now is the main thing, any free time that I have.
That's offensive coordinator Mike Bobo today in the Coach's Spotlight. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the YELLA tag. Yellowwood Protector Stain and Sealer. Powerful protection for your deck. Available in pre-mixed grab-and-go cans. Find a Yellowwood dealer near you.
Car wreck and you don't know where to go. Listen real close, I'll tell you what I know. Vance Law Firm will make you smile. Pick up the phone, here's the number to dial. Down 3 for me. 3 Vance Law Firm. 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 For me.
TOOMER'S Corner, where on game day, history and victory intersect. Here, the majestic Oaks are rolled with pride, celebrating another Auburn win, while our foes use it to dry their eyes. This Auburn tradition presented by your local Ford dealer, where you'll find America's best-selling trucks. Visit your local Ford dealer for great offers on the 2021 F-150.
The official truck of the Auburn Tigers.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. Looks like you two have something in common.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama covers more Alabamians than anybody else. Proud sponsor of the Tide and Tigers.
Introducing the first stain worthy of the YELLA tag. New YELLAwood Protector Semi-Transparent Stain and Water Repellent. Find a dealer near you.
Welcome back on the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota. Let's take a look at the second half highlights presented by Truckworks.
Now goes in motion to the state boundary. Rogers looks back to the near side, and it's going to be a loss back to the 45-yard line. Brings a man in motion. Rogers throws to the back of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Nix drops to throw, throws it across the middle, complete to Javarius Johnson, and he gets out to the 40 or close to the 40-yard line. Nix from the right hash mark, looks to the Auburn boundary. He throws to the Auburn boundary, and it is caught by Kobe Hudson. Nix under center, turns and hands to Tank, and Tank's second effort got into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Auburn. Tank Bigsby with a second effort gets into the end zone. Rogers again. Rogers is going to run it. He's sacked on the play by Tennyson. And that will be the final play of the game. State does not have to snap it.
Coach, it's a tough second half of football. And Mississippi State, when it got on a roll, it was just very tough to stop it. And on the other hand, it was tough for Auburn to get the offense rolling there in the second half.
Yeah, I think you saw a swing in momentum. You know, we had it in the first half. Mississippi State had it in the second half. And that's really what you have to focus on as a coaching staff and as a player, is finding ways to get the momentum back. If you lose it, you got to find ways to get it back. You execute plays. You have opportunities to make those plays. You execute those in situations, which is what we didn't do. We had some third downs. I thought, we needed to stay on the field. We were able to do that. So, at the end of the game, we got some momentum, and we had a few penalties in there that kind of negated that. But no excuses. We got to find ways to finish ball games. We had that in the first half, and making sure that we play 4 quarters of football.
After Mississippi State, you were able to start the momentum. You did have some chances late. Now, it would have taken some big plays late, but you did have a chance down when you get the touchdown, a chance to cut it to a 1-score game there late in the ball game.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's football. That's really all it is you got to make the plays, you got to put yourself in a position, and sometimes you have to get it done, and that's the beauty of the game. We didn't have to necessarily have ourselves in that situation, but we were, so let's go execute and put ourselves in a 1-score position to try to get the ball back and then go score and get this game tied and see if we can't win it.
Back to wrap things up on the Auburn Football Review, presented by Toyota.
The Auburn Football Review is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Verizon, the exclusive 5G partner of Auburn Athletics. And by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
And remember, what are we not going to mention to Grandma?
That Grandpa loves redheads? That Lizzie got a lower back tattoo? That you have trust issues? That Mom doesn't really have a headache every Sunday?
The 2021 Toyota Highlander. Perfect for the not-so-perfect family. Right now, get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2021 Toyota Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
There's always been something special in Auburn. It gets into your very soul and never leaves you, ever. This past year reminded us what we're made of. It's what moves us upward. It's what moves us forward. It's what has always been and what will always be in Auburn. Learn more at auburn.edu.
Hey y'all, I'm Riley Green. While performing keeps me busy on the road, Alabama is where I was born and raised, and it will always bring me back home to vote. Writing songs allows me to use my voice to tell my story. You too can make your voice heard by registering to vote and obtaining a government-issued photo ID. Your civic participation is crucial to the success of us as a state. Together, let's make a difference for Alabama.
We picture the student athlete for the hit, the catch, the run. But it's time we picture them for more. The flag bearer, the flag changer, the poet, the big dreams, the huge heart, and the team comedian. More than students, more than athletes.
War Eagle, I'm Mackenzie Hamilton, and let's go inside the program.
Inside the Program is presented by Verizon. Now you can experience the power of Verizon 5G at Jordan-Hare Stadium.
From Billy Hitchcock to Frank Thomas and to, of course, Bo Jackson, Auburn has a long history of multi-sport athletes, and the most recent addition to that list came almost 2 years ago in the spring of 2020. If you follow Auburn football in any capacity this season, then chances are you're familiar with the name John Samuel Shanker.
Down the field, it's caught. A first down out to the 48-yard line to John Samuel Shanker. Left hash throws it to the sideline, complete. John Samuel Shanker rolls to his right, throws up the sideline, complete to the tight end. John Samuel Shanker.
This season, tight ends are being featured a whole lot more in this offense. How does it feel to be one of the prominent players to bring back the tight end spot to Auburn football?
It's been awesome. Coming here, that was kind of what I had hoped for. It's been a lot of fun. Coach Bob and Coach Harsin have been great with it, and hopefully in the future it continues.
Shanker is not only etching his name into Auburn football history, but also leaving a mark across the street at Plainsman Park. After taking a 2-year hiatus from the sport, the former high school baseball standout realized that he missed the game too much to be away from the ballpark any longer.
I went over to Coach Thompson. I was like, hey, I want to try and come back to baseball, and got to try out with him and his coaching staff, which was pretty nerve-wracking.
The tryout was a success, and that spring, Shanker officially became a member of the Auburn baseball team. But the real work was just beginning.
It was very difficult to go back to remembering all of your mechanics, the swing pattern, and all the ins and outs of your swing. And it was very difficult coming into that because it used to be all natural. You used to not think about it. And now I'm having to rethink all of my timing steps and my little kinks that I have in my swing.
And on top of the physical demands of playing both sports, Shanker has also had to balance the mental requirements of the two games.
Very difficult to do both at the same time because you got to flip your brain from one sport to another, and they both take different mental sides of you to play at a high level. And that's also something, the mental side of baseball you can't handle like football. You can't get mad, you got to be composed.
How did this spring you learn this new offense with this new coaching staff while also playing baseball?
It was tough. The biggest thing that I did was before spring ball started, when they first got here, I got in the playbook with Coach Bedell. That was probably the hardest part, was learning the playbook, because that's my third one in 3 years.
Despite the time and work required, Shanker recognizes what an opportunity it is to represent Auburn on both the gridiron and the diamond.
It's been an interesting journey, but I don't take it for granted. Not many people get to do it, so it's been a blessing for sure.
While it takes a whole lot of work to be successful in both sports and in the classroom, John has been able to excel at all three.
We did it again. Verizon has been named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics, and our customers rated us #1 for network quality in America, according to J.D. Power. #1 in reliability 16 times in a row. Most awarded for network quality 27 times in a row. Proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network.
It's time for football, so get the playbook out and meet the lineup at KiaofAuburn.com. Score a touchdown at your tailgate with the all-new Carnival MPV. Or check out the new 2022 Kia Sportage, the newest member of the Kia SUVs. Score more with style and performance in the K5 or Stinger. Selection, price, trade-in value. You always get it all at Kia of Auburn. Make the winning play and shop for a vehicle or book a service from home at KiaofAuburn.com. Kia of Auburn, where you're always #1.
Beginning the morning you opened your eyes, we spent every waking moment preparing you for the day you'd leave our nest. Whether it's driving to practice or helping with homework, it's all prepared you for, what am I going to be when I grow up? Will you be ready?
After much thought, I made my decision to take my talents to the IBEW Local 613.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is not simply a job, it's a career. Visit IBEW613.org to begin a new future today.
There's always been something special in Auburn. It gets into your very soul and never leaves you, ever. This past year reminded us what we're made of. It's what moves us upward. It's what moves us forward. It's what has always been and what will always be in Auburn. Learn more at auburn.edu.
Welcome back on the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota. The Tigers are on the road Saturday night. Auburn will play at South Carolina. That's a 6 o'clock game. Start time, Central Time, will be on the air on the Auburn Sports Network at 3. You talk about the process a lot, and you've got another week now to prepare and get ready for a South Carolina team, Coach, that by all intents and purposes has improved throughout this season.
Well, they absolutely have. I haven't seen much of them. Our focus is on our football team improving and making sure that we continue to get better at that process. And you come off back-to-back losses, you're going to find out who's going to really work on their game, who's going to work on preparing to go out there and play better football than we did. And that includes everybody, staff, players. We have plenty of things to get better at, and the focus needs to be exactly on that. Every single day we're getting better at it. Every single day we're making sure that what's happened to us the last 2 games, it stings, and you don't want to be in that position again. So you've got to go work for it, and we know how to do that. It's just a matter of having that mentality every single day, and we got to coach better, we got to play better, we got to do everything better. But we got to understand this is not the result that we want. We want to go play better football than what we did, and that's going to take a tremendous amount of work from all of us.
Thank you for the visit today, War Eagle.
All right, War Eagle.
For Tigers head coach Brian Harsin, I'm Andy Burcham on the Auburn Football Review presented by Toyota.